Zylas Hamilton tells us that he was inside the Capitol on January 6th, and because of that, he received a sentence of 30 days home detention and 24 months of probation from a federal judge. Now, though, he will no longer have to report to his parole officer because of President Trump's pardon. Now, we are hearing his side of the story about what happened that day in D.C.
I don't feel guilty. I don't regret it. I don't. As far as do I deserve what I got for what I did? Yes. And the reason is because if there were no repercussions, then it wouldn't have been a big deal from the beginning.
Zylas Hamilton says he drove 9 hours from Chattanooga to Washington, D.C., and then stood in the cold to hear President Trump's speech on January 6, 2021.
I froze to death all day. I'm starving to death. I haven't slept in 24 hours. Like, I'm ready to go.
Hamilton says he heard explosions coming from the direction of the Capitol on the walk back to his car.
People are screaming like they're hurt. Let's go check on them, do whatever we can do, and then we need to leave.
That's when he says he saw the crowd of people.
So you're either the guy that's like screaming and causing the mass chaos, or you're kind of just dumbfounded on what you're seeing, and I was the dumbfounded guy.
Hamilton says at that point, it was loud, people chanting and screaming. But he says it didn't get out of control until...
And the cop just hauls off and just like pushes this dude off his feet. And that's when like all hell broke loose. And it was like they couldn't contain it.
In this video Hamilton took on his phone, you can see tear gas land right in front of his feet.
So I took the shirt out, I put it on my face, I poured water over it.
Prosecutors say Hamilton's activity on his social media pages during and after the attack ultimately led to his arrest. When a Facebook user asked Hamilton why they used tear gas on him, Hamilton responded, quote, "Because we rushed them." But Hamilton says at some point, it seems like the majority of the officers vanished from around them. And with that, the crowd moved closer to the Capitol, someone busted a window, unlocked the door, and people started pouring inside.
They knew what they were doing wrong, but they knew it was like something in history that people would remember.
Hamilton says he entered the Capitol and spent a total of 14 minutes inside. You can see here in this video, people walking through the halls and waving flags.
I remember standing there, we probably only stood there for 2 or 3 minutes, and then they kind of started ushering. Like it seemed like an usher, but that's how controllable it was.
Hamilton says after he was escorted out, he went home.
Do I feel like I did something wrong? Yes. But I feel like I did it for the right reason.
And almost 3 years later, Hamilton was arrested and sat in front of a judge.
And he said, the United States of America against Zylas Hamilton. And I was like, I think my wife was behind me, and I kind of looked at my wife like, I'm in a lot of trouble.